So if you have anything to add with on those opening points that I made.
Well, music goes even farther in that it establishes an archetype, and the archetype can actually exert a force on the ether and cause things to materialize or happen that normally would be physically impossible. This is what the Pythagoreans were basically into, and it preceded by the science of numerology, where numbers themselves have specific powers. And if you use what's called the Chaldean number system, and you look at your phone numbers and your addresses and the addresses and phone numbers of people that you have relations with, you'll find that there's a common numerical denominator to all of this. And Pythagoras developed a system of ratios for logarithmic proportions, which today we call music, but at that time it was not designed for entertainment purposes or to be performed. It was more of it's kind of hard to say. It was kind of like a key or an access for them to get into these higher dimensions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's whenever you're listening to different metronomes, different beats, when you listen to drums and things like that, it's always been used to put you into a heightened state of awareness, a trance-like state. We know that everybody likes to refer back to the Africans whenever they play the drums and they conjure spirits or get into some type of trance where they're able to embody animals and things like that. So, and I think the same thing's going on through the mainstream media, but the energies that's being led behind these open doors are not positive on our culture. I think we can look at what's going on, and I think that's safe to say.
Well, basically, you have to remember that the music I'm referring to basically ceased to exist after 1750. So we're talking about a whole different reality in music that goes back to names like Kepler, Robert Flood, and numerous other people, where in Flood's case you were dealing with a symbolic geometry or numerology that allowed you, through the Pythagoras method, to basically figure out where planets were that weren't even known about yet. And then Kepler did a similar thing, but rather than from the numerological and the spiritual standpoint, he did it from more of the mathematical standpoint. Neither of them got along. They were kind of a schismatic split on the whole Pythagorean movement, which really got screwed up by the Dark Ages and the concept of the Earth being the center of the solar system. So in Pythagoras' time, things were looked up that way, and then when the Dark Ages came about, it got into that, basically the first theory of relativity, which is the Earth is the center of the universe and everything's relative to it, and music basically pretty much went dead through that interval, and then it started to come back to life through Kepler's time, and it finally reached its grand conclusion with Johann Sebastian Bach, but he was the Nikola Tesla of the music world, and he was basically just thrown in the garbage. His work just went to the dump after he died. Fortunately, somebody salvaged it, so we can still listen to this today.